Alright, so now that you guys are familiar with what macronutrients are and how to calculate your own macronutrients, I think I'm going to backtrack and just give an overview of what each macronutrient is. So in this episode, I'm going to talk about carbohydrates. In the next episode, I'm going to talk about fats, and I'm saving protein for last. So in this episode, I'm just going to explain what carbohydrates are and my personal opinion on consuming them. What are carbohydrates? Carbs are life. Carbs are fuel. Carbs give you energy. Carbs are just awesome. Like, why would you not want to eat carbs? Carbs have been vilified by the media and the diet industry, and carbs do not make you fat. Like, it's not you wake up, you eat some carbs, and you get fat. There are a lot of things that contribute to weight gain, and carbs are not the magical thing that will just make you fat. People manipulate carbs for specific reasons, like bodybuilders will deplete carbs so that when they get on stage, they'll time out their carb intake so that their muscles look more full on stage. But carbs in themselves do not make people fat. So what the heck are carbs? Carbs are just sugar. Carbs are classified by how many sugar molecules they contain. So a simple carb only has one or two molecules, and complex carbs have 3 or more. Simple carbs are found in fruit, milk, and other unprocessed foods, and complex carbs are better known as like starches and fiber. Why should I even eat them? Carbs are fuel. Like, your brain needs carbs to function. That's why people get prep brain. Like, prep brain is real. Prep brain is when competitors are close to their competition date and they just seem kind of loopy and off. It's because their brain doesn't have any carbs to run on. So they're literally crazy. I keep talking about bodybuilding because the whole counting your macros thing, it came out of bodybuilding. So I'm a bodybuilder. If you haven't seen any of my other videos, I compete at the amateur level, but I compete in bodybuilding competitions. So why else do you need to eat carbs? Carbs spare your protein. Your body does not want to break down protein and use it for fuel. So the more carbs you have, the better, to a certain point. And carbs prevent ketosis. Ketosis can cause the blood to become too acidic, and the body can become dehydrated when you're not eating enough carbs. Eat your carbs. You need to get the majority of your carbs from unprocessed foods, fruit and vegetables. That's where your carbs should be coming from. Oats are fine, pasta is fine in moderation, but you want the majority of your carbohydrates to come from natural, unprocessed foods. The more processed it is, the worse it is for your body. And this is for health purposes. This is not for preparing for a show. Preparing for a show, I do not eat as much fruit as I normally do. You need the fruit because you need the fiber, because you need to go to the bathroom. Going to the bathroom is important. Remember that. You should go every day. Multiple times a day, to be honest, but once a day, I'll take once a day, and that will be regulated by your water intake as well. I'll do another episode on water. So who should eat carbs? Who shouldn't eat carbs? You should eat carbs, period. About half of your daily caloric intake should be carbs. Well, if you're not as active, of course, you're going to eat less carbs. If you're more active, you eat more carbs. If you're preparing for a show, this is not for you. So that's my opinion on carbs. I'll see you guys in the next episode when I talk about fats. Thank you for watching. Bye.